immediately. Kate Bush at Hammersmith in August, for example, all seats were gone in 15 minutes. So fans who missed out have had to turn to second-hand ticket agencies like ViaGoGo, Get Me In and StubHub. Tonight, Watchdog reveals that not only are customers buying seats at vastly inflated sums, they're also handing over money for tickets that can be fake or don't even exist.
I really fancy catching a show. Something musical. No. No.
Why not? A bit of opera. All I need now is a ticket. But getting hold of one of those these days can be quite a performance.
The simplest way is to buy one on what's known as the primary market. Now, it's a classy production with a small cast. The box office either sells to you directly or allocates its tickets to professional sellers like Ticketmaster or C-Tickets, who add a booking fee and then sell them on. But if a show is sold out, you can turn to the secondary market. Now, this has a much bigger cast. People who have bought tickets from the box office and primary market sellers then put them back on sale on ticket exchange websites where they can then be resold to you or me. The main players are ViaGoGo, StubHub, Seatwave and Get Me In, and they of course take a cut. But this means that you might end up paying a lot more than you bargained for. Take blues fan Jim McClave. He wanted to buy 2 tickets for the American singer Joe Bonamassa. He used Get Me In to buy a pair for £234.
I was only when I was standing on the steps waiting to go into the concert that I looked at the tickets and realised that the face value of the tickets was about maybe half the price of what I paid for them. That's a hell of a difference.
So, what are the rules protecting the buyers from paying over the odds? The simple fact is, there aren't any.
The secondary ticketing websites do nothing to limit the amount a ticket goes on sale for, and so prices can be breathtaking. Like this £90 ticket for the last night of the proms. It's available on StubHub for £1,950. Or this £232 Wimbledon final ticket on Seatwave. It's on sale for almost 12 grand, including a sizable booking fee. Now, if you're beginning to think this sounds just like touting, then you'd be right. But touting is only illegal for football matches. For anything else, you can't be prosecuted for selling or buying a ticket at an inflated price.
Now, you could argue that the people that resell tickets, whether they're ticket touts or genuine fans, are merely entrepreneurs. I mean, is there really a difference between selling a ticket and a second-hand car? Well, actually, there is, because some of the tickets out there are sold at a low price for a very deliberate reason.
The National Theatre sells some of their tickets at a reduced price to ensure their shows are accessible to everyone. They're able to do this through government funding, in other words, with money from you and me. But in many cases, it's ticket touts who actually benefit, buying up subsidised tickets and then flogging them on the secondary market for a huge profit.
It's incredibly frustrating that it's those tickets that are often the ones which are being sold at multiples of their face value, crucially pricing out the people that we really want to be able to come and take advantage of those tickets.
Consumer law does insist that customers are at least told their tickets' original face value, but we found evidence that ViaGoGo sometimes don't do that. Like with these VIP tickets for Wimbledon, which means they could be breaking the law. But some people will always be willing to pay over the odds if it means they're able to go to an otherwise sold-out event. But even that isn't guaranteed if you use the secondary market. Bernadette Edge paid £387.55 on ViaGoGo, more than £200 more than the asking price, for her son Sean and 3 friends to see his favourite band, the Arctic Monkeys. When they hadn't arrived with a week to go, she got on the phone.
They just casually said, oh yeah, the reason we haven't contacted you is because we think we don't have any tickets for you. And I was going, excuse me, I don't think you can say that really. You know, you took my money in July. Where are the tickets?
The tickets never arrived, and Bernadette and Sean had to get a refund. Not so much ViaGoGo, More via no-no.
So, why didn't Bernadette's tickets ever arrive? Perhaps the seller never had hold of them in the first place. You see, some people advertise tickets they never have, hoping to find a buyer and then managing to get hold of some at a later date. But often, they don't. It's called speculative ticketing.
And it's a practice the secondary market routinely allows to happen. There are no checks in place to make sure the sellers on their site actually have the tickets they're offering, or if they did, that they're genuine.
Roy Lucas bought a pair of tickets from ViaGoGo for some friends to accompany him and his wife to see the violinist, André Rieu.
They expected good concert seats. What they got was musical chairs.
Sure enough, as I got there were two other people in the seat. The tickets were being shuffled around and checking this, checking that, and then another two people arrived.
It turned out 3 different couples had been sold tickets for the same set of seats.
I was spitting blood. I was damn well annoyed.
In the end, they were told they had to buy new tickets because the venue thought it likely they were all counterfeit. Roy got his money back from ViaGoGo, but he feels that isn't the point. They shouldn't have been on sale on the site in the first place. Yet secondary market companies are not obliged to ensure the tickets you're buying are real.
And that means fake tickets are a serious problem for all types of events.
We've seen a massive escalation in the numbers of counterfeit and the invalid tickets sold through these so-called safe platforms. From March to December last year, we saw 3,600 people turn up at the O2 having purchased counterfeit and invalid tickets through these sites.
So, using secondary ticket selling websites seems risky. I could end up massively overpaying for tickets, buying ones that never arrive, or being turned away from events because my tickets are fake.
And that means I could end up getting a lot less than I bargained for. Well, all of the companies featured in our film say they provide a safe marketplace and guarantee refunds or replacements in cases of fraud or tickets not arriving. Seatwave and StubHub say they don't support a cap on ticket prices and that many tickets on their site sell for below face value. They point out that most sellers only receive payment after the event and as a result claim that fraud is rare. Now, StubHub adds that tickets on sale at vastly inflated prices are rarely bought and point out that although speculative ticketing is outlawed on their site, it's impossible for them to check every sale. Annie.
Thanks, Chris. Joining me now from ViaGoGo, about which, by the way, we received the most complaints, is Operation Manager Ed Parkinson. Mr. Parkinson, your company operates in 100 countries?
That's right, absolutely.
So millions of gigs all over the world. Have you got a family?
I do, I have 2 children.
Okay, so what's their favourite event to go to?
Theatre shows, perhaps at Christmas and things like that.
Okay, so supposing the family got to the theatre and there were 10 people for the 4 seats.
I'll be very disappointed. But I think that's exactly why we founded ViaGoGo. We provide access to tickets with a guarantee in customer service. But I think you can appreciate, in a company that's global, dealing with millions of customers every week, there will be occasions when things don't go as planned. But I think it's a measure of a company as to what you do about it and how you deal with it in those situations.
What checks do you put in place?
We do an awful lot to check sellers and buyers on our marketplace. Anyone selling a ticket on our marketplace has to register their credit card. We can charge them if things go wrong, and we don't pay them until the buyer successfully wins the event. We can't make money selling fraudulent tickets on ViaGoGo.
You see, we went about putting a ticket for a One Direction concert, a completely fake concert, on your site. Absolutely no checks.
What we do is register. You would have had to put your credit card information in there. We would track that ticket. If you didn't deliver that ticket, we step in, we find a replacement ticket for that buyer, and get another ticket for them to make sure they can get to the event.
That didn't happen with Arctic Monkeys, did it? You still hadn't told the people that there were no tickets for them.
We're very sorry about those particular cases. It's never acceptable to let someone down. But what we did do is we looked for tickets. Well, we at the last minute couldn't find them. We always give people a full refund. And what we do also is we go above and beyond that.
But why do you keep the money for so long? For example, Rugby World Cup in September. If I booked now, you'd hang on to the money to the last minute.
I think it's the important point I just made, which is we don't pay sellers for tickets until the buyers
Why do you
successfully
hang on to
bring
the tickets?
we send tickets out as soon as they're into the market. So the Rugby World Cup tickets will come out next year.
But if we had the tickets earlier, Mr. Parkinson, we'd find out whether they were